Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn, and in this video, we have another practice speaking test. This time it's with Raxmatullo from Uzbekistan. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Enjoy. Good afternoon. My name is Glyn. Would you please tell me your full name?
Well, my full name is Raxmatullo Safar, but everybody calls me Rema. It's my nickname.
And what should I call you, Rema?
Yes, it would be great.
All right, thank you. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Where do you live?
Well, I live in Uzbekistan. I live in Samarkand. It is one of the most, famous and historically rich cities in Uzbekistan. I live in a semi-detached house, a stone's throw from city center.
And what do you like most about living in Samarkand?
Well, the most favorite part of living in Samarkand is hospitality and friendly manner of inhabitants in Samarkand. They are so kind, even the tourists who come to Samarkand. Samarkand is one of the touristic hubs in Uzbekistan, and every year tons of tourists visit there. Air quality is great here. We don't have a lot of cars and factories around, so we don't they don't produce a lot of CO2, and the air quality is just I can say yes, perfect.
And let's move on now and talk about restaurants. Do you enjoy eating out at restaurants?
Well, I am much of a person who likes to cook at home. I every now and then may go to restaurants with my friends to have dinner or lunch, but not that often. It is not because I don't enjoy the atmosphere meal a lot. Yes.
And how often do you eat out at restaurants?
Well, it's not that often, actually. I may pay a visit, to restaurants like twice in 6 months, only in special occasions, or whenever my friends want me have over party or the party at restaurants, I might go. Otherwise, I kind of want to have meals with my family members at home.
And do you have a favorite restaurant?
Uh, I can say yes. I think every restaurant is good, Samarkand. But if I were to choose one, I would definitely say Hilal, which is located in the central part of city. It is, I think, so luxurious and offers great variety of foods, national cuisine, international cuisine, and also the environment there is quite perfect. You can kind of enjoy in tranquility with a great background song and we can say music. So that's Hilal.
All right, let's move on now and talk about traveling. Do you like traveling?
Well, I love traveling. I really want to get exposed to new cultures, new people, and every year I kind of make travel to certain countries. For example, this year I have gone to Egypt. That was a fantastic experience. It really helped me to learn more about kind of the new culture, and I made a lot of friends.
And do you think it's better to have a holiday or vacation by the sea or in the mountains?
Well, it depends. But for me, I really, I'm into I'm into walking a lot, so that would be great. If the hotel that I'm staying is located near the mountains, I might do climbing, which is my favorite activity actually. And also, that might be also okay if my location is quite near to sea sometimes to enjoy the view, but I prefer mountainous areas.
And do you have any plans to go on holiday in the near future?
Yes, I am planning to visit Russia in summer this year. because some of my friends are now studying there. They are pursuing their degrees, and they are inviting me, and they are kind of like really want to make me go there and like spend a little bit of my time to like know more about Russian cultures and kind of to learn about people living there, living life conditions. So yeah, I might go to Russia this year.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like you to speak about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before
Mhm.
that, you'll have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, sir.
Mhm. I will now share the topic on my screen.
Mhm.
Can you see the topic?
Yes, sure.
Mhm. I'd like you to describe a family member you spend a lot of time with. Your one
Mhm.
minute of preparation time starts now.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind
Mhm.
you, you will have between 1 and 2 minutes to give your talk, and I'll let you know when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Well, the person that I spend most of my time with is my uncle. We live in the same house, and we've been living there for the past 10 years now, if I'm not mistaken. Well, he's around 35 years old. Let me talk about him a little bit more first, like about his appearance. He's 180 centimeters tall, with jet black hairs and radiant complexion. He has got a fat belly, and also he's got a great sense of humor. Well, my uncle is so smart, and also he runs his own company. He's a businessman, and he's so intelligent. And also, whenever we spend time together, because both of us are introverts, so we kind of get engaged in various our activities quite easily. As I said before, he's so intelligent. So whenever I have got problems related to my life, private life or education, he's my, go-to person. He always helps me to get unstuck of the problems quite easily because of his broad knowledge. He has read, if I'm not mistaken, more than 100 books, which kind of that's a feature that makes him stand out among my family members. Well, and whenever kind of we sit together, we can talk about pretty much everything. It's so open, and mostly whenever we are together, we then go out and take a stroll, breathe fresh air, and talk about everything. He's more a shaker. He's so active in outdoor activities. He likes to play football, and he was a person who developed passion, in me to play football actually. And this year we're planning to travel to other countries
Okay, thank
as
you. All right, so you've been talking about your uncle. Let's move on and talk about families now. How important is it to learn about your family history?
well, I don't think it is that important, to learn about the history of the family. Because now we're living in an every competitive world where we have to concentrate on our major. Otherwise, we might be rendered obsolete by others. We might be like we might be made redundant because of technological developments. We can say robots and AI. So instead of concentrating on family history, I think it is just far more important to think about our job, how we can develop in our position, and we have to concentrate on our private life, I guess.
A lot of people nowadays kind of take these DNA tests so they can find out who their like great great grandparents were. Why do these people do this?
Well, I think uh, people want to learn about their family history, mostly to brag about it. if they kind of have like a generation or ancestors from like, let's say, royal families, then they can kind of be a little bit, brag about it among others, and they might think that being like the family member of royal people gives them a competitive edge over other when it comes to, I don't know, employment or reverence among others. And for me, it is just short-minded of them, like trying to learn about history and just giving some DNA tests to learn about it, because nobody now cares who your ancestors were in the past. A lot of people pay attention who you are now and what kind of contribution you're making to society. Yes.
And how do you think family structures might change in the future?
Wow. Just looking at the population boom, we can say that the number of people in families will definitely decrease. And this policy is already, it has been already implemented in some countries like China. Chinese people may have now one child or two children at most. And it is going to continue in the future, and the number of people in one family will be, I think, smaller and less compared to now. And also, uh, I think the relationships between family members like are going to be more, let's say, loose. We can say because a lot of people that's because of maybe hustle culture. I don't know. A lot of people are so busy with their tasks and they don't have a lot of less time to spend with their family members, and this is affecting family ties. People are getting alienated
All right,
from
thank
their
you.
family members.
Let's talk about friends now. Some people say that friendships can never be as strong as family relationships. Do you agree?
Well, I don't think so. Actually, it's up. It depends on your friends and on your family members. A lot of people have dysfunctional families where family members do not support each other. Kind of sometimes they hate each other. And in that case, close friends, are far better than family members in terms of helping you, supporting you. So it depends on your friends, on your family members, your connections with them.
And do you think the rise of things like social media and messenger apps have been good for people and their friendships?
Well, developments in social media have a mixed blessing when it comes to, like, let's say, friendship, making a friendship or connection with others. On the one hand, they really help, they really help to bring people together. They kind of, bridge the physical gap between people. Like now, you know, uh, like we are not that far from talking with our friends or family members, even from other countries. But on the because people are excessively some people are excessively like obsessed with social media technological tools, they don't have time to talk with others. It's affecting like the relationships between family members, I guess, negatively affecting.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the test.
No.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed this practice speaking test with Raxmatullo. There were a few connection problems there, but I don't think it got in the way too much of the candidate's main idea. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what score you think this candidate deserves for his performance. As always, I'll make a follow-up video with my own thoughts, feedback, comments, and importantly, my own scores. That video will probably go up tomorrow. In the meanwhile, if you would like to be one of my candidates, either for a speaking test or for a writing check, then information on how you can take part can be found on my Telegram channel, Expert Examiner. A link to this channel is given in the description below. Anyway, I'll leave it there for now. More videos coming soon, but for now, bye-bye.